friends, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia Latrice. We're back with another pick a card reading. If you do not know me, my name is Felicia and I run a nonprofit organization called Divas Can Manifest, where we empower women daily to manifest their dreams into financial freedom. Welcome to my channel. We are getting into a social media reading. If you are not already familiarized with the way we do things around here, go ahead and check the description box for all of the information about me. You can connect to my social media handles, you can connect to my artwork, you can connect to our reason of being. Okay, to thank you guys so much, extend a very special thank you to everyone. Thank you guys for watching all the ads on the channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting Cosmic Intelligence, that is our spiritual community shop, and all of the tips and donations to our channel and to Project 444 Fund, which is what we're currently fundraising for in a nonprofit organization. It is a scholarship fund for women in sports. All of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization to help, for one, make this tarot channel free and accessible to all. If we all pitch in, we can keep our community strong. Also, to support our other initiatives in women's health. Check the description box, sign up for our newsletter, get connected, book a personal reading. Lots of things going on in the network and the community, and I just want to extend a special thank you and gratitude going forward. And that's pretty much it for announcements. So today we're getting into a social media reading. Like I said, if you're not familiar with the way we do things around here, we have a bunch of these topics on the channel, so you can go ahead and check out our playlist down below to catch the last timeless update. But without further ado, let's get into the overhead selection. Pile 1, you are Rebellion with The Brat. Pile 2, you are Peace with Moni Love. Pile 3, you are Kaylani with Superstition. And I literally never knew this is how Kaylani looked until I saw this card. That's actually, I never knew how she really looked, honestly. But I love that card. It's beautiful. Pile 4, you have our Cardi B with Personality. Let's get into it. You can choose from the overhead selection, the artist, the description, whatever floats your boat. I'll see you in your pile. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Rebellion with The Brat. Some of you guys are quite literally doing something very revolutionizing on your social media. Like you're doing something to cause a rebellion, or you're literally doing something to cause an uprising. There's a lot of uproar around your social media. People are actually, a lot of people are getting pissed off. Somebody's a Leo, Sag, Aries. Someone's name starts with the letter B, C, or R, or M, A. I'm getting, every time that you check their tarot cards, they're the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, everybody is the people. There are a lot of people who are seeing you. You're showing up. You got your makeup done. I'm hearing you got your hair all flossed out. You got your nails done. You looking very beautiful and glamorous. Okay. And they see that you are actually standing up to someone, or you're literally throwing a coup. You're rebelling against someone who thought they had authority because they had a lot of followers or something like that. But they're literally seeing you challenge something, or I'm hearing get someone canceled. I'm hearing you're overthrowing things. I'm hearing you're like, I'm hearing something about you. You are literally, empires are falling. I'm hearing like people are dropping like flies when they see you versus them. The way you have been doing this, something about you may even be challenging an authority, but the way that you have been doing this, people see this as maybe, you know, to do this, you've had to break some rules. You've had to take something where, I don't want to say you're taking shortcuts, but there's something where you have literally fast tracked, or you've had a very intense training around this. And they see that they thought that they didn't expect this to happen so fast, is what I'm hearing. Something where you know, you're getting, like, you're breaking the status quo. You're breaking convention. You're challenging what people have normalized. You've challenged someone else's authority, like people who thought that they were like the authority because they're older than you, or they've been on the social media for a long time. They see you're coming in and you're very unapologetically showing up and overthrowing somebody, or like you're literally getting people fired, getting people canceled, and they see that you have like, you are the one that breaks the rules. You don't follow the rules. You don't follow what everybody else is doing. Some of them, they're seeing you like express a lot of unpopular opinions, or you're bringing out a lot of stark truths that are actually like causing, I'm hearing like these realizations around what you're speaking about, or it's making people very angry. Okay, some of these people who are not directly impacted or involved in this like rebellion or whatever it is that you're doing, they literally feel like you are a brat. The way that you're showing up, I'm hearing something where you're commanding respect, you're commanding authority. They see that you get away with a lot of things, you break the rules. They see that you quite literally get what you want, and there is like nothing stopping you. And they see that you will literally do whatever it takes and to get what you want. They feel like you will not stop until you accomplish something. Some of them, they're seeing you a specific color that you're wearing. I'm also getting that it's like, you know, we have all is fair. What did I say? This, whatever happened that you felt was unjust to you, the way that you have, I'm hearing, turn those tables, have these people dropping like flies, that you have these people shaken, shuddered, and stirred. I'm hearing that they're very defensive, very angry, and a lot of them, they're trying to like, I feel like, you know, like I said, you got somebody canceled, you got somebody disillusioned with. There is like a lot of troublemaking around this social media, power one. And they say like, you do what you want to do, you say what you want to say. It's like, you said what you said, you did how you did what you did, you're moving how you're moving, and it's nothing that they can do about it. All is fair. You're not going tit for tat with anybody. It's like you brought those skills into, like, you brought those skills to justice. You brought, you know, fairness to this situation after challenging and breaking these rules. A lot of people on your social media, they see that you actually like, there's something about you that, you know, if you identify with this, they see that you are very beautiful. It's very obvious, you know, how beautiful you are, especially when you're all done up. They're noticing, you know, you wear a lot of different versatile styles and the way that you wear your hair, or something like that. So they see like a mural on your wall. So I'm hearing like they're seeing a lot of like photographs aligned together, a lot of collaging. They see a lot of your beautiful murals or artwork that you're doing. It's like they're looking at a mural on a wall. They're looking at a masterpiece. They're looking at your art. They're looking at like something where you are using your artwork perhaps to rebel. You're using your artwork to dissent, to challenge these authorities. And they literally have seen you with this all is fair. They have seen you win. They've seen you challenge, break the rules, take some risk, and win. Okay? We have Libra. Oh my God, yes. I'm hearing that this is actually like, all is fair. With this Libra energy, you have brought some type of, something that involved a partner or a relationship, maybe even a friendship. This person has been stealing from you, or this person, they thought that they were going to get away with something, and you literally like came in and threw, I'm hearing you did whatever it took to take this person down. They feel like you threw a tantrum, or you literally did something where you became like, I don't know, like it doesn't have to necessarily be so negative as like a tantrum, or like they see you as a brat and that you did whatever it takes to get what you want. Like these tantrums, or they see you throwing shade constantly in a professional way, LOL. But ultimately they see you as this artist, that you have rebelled against a group or a clique. Even if this is not an authority, you rebelled against a group or a clique, and they feel like you have become fully embodied and have an unrestricted originality. You are very authentic. Someone who thinks that they're authentic is really not authentic. This person is literally doing whatever it takes to just like, they go with whatever trend is popular, and I'm hearing that you're shading them. And I'm hearing relationships that like fell apart is what I'm hearing. They're seeing you make a lot of decisions around these relationships, you know, that may be on the like more cognitive or kindred spirits. like they see you make a decision to fire someone, you made decisions to get people canceled, and this was you rebelling against a group, a clique, or an authority, and they seen you win. Like all of this is fair. Something that they were doing to make it unjust, they feel like you brought something to fairness and to justice, and you did it very beautifully. You're not like anything else that's out there. You're the standard that everyone is trying to follow. They're waiting for your posts to go up. They're waiting for your readings to go up. They're waiting for your content to go up so that they can figure out how to prioritize themselves. They're trying to figure out how, because it's so beautiful what you're doing. They're looking at your resources and your values, and they just see what you have like created in your content as something just like as perfect. They see it as like a perfect artistic expression. For some of you guys, you have quite literally created a mural, and they're looking at this, and I feel like what you have done has like, I'm hearing that you're forcing people, like you're getting what you want, and you made people play by your rules, not the other way around. They thought that you were going to be the one that had to play by their rules. They thought that they were going to be the ones that was going to steal your ideas and creativity and run off with it. Some of them, you were like the first, like you're like a trendsetter as well on your social media. Like you were the first person to start wearing cheetah print, or you were the first person to start posting memes, or you were like the first person to showcase your beauty in a certain type of way. And these people, they thought like maybe even if you took a social media break, some people when you were away or something like that, they thought that they were going to like steal aspects of your creativity and your artwork, and you came back and they see you reclaim what is yours, and like you are looking very serious about something being just, especially like these people who want to sit around and plagiarize your work all day. They literally have no creativity. They have no originality whatsoever. They are like pretending to be fully embodied, but they're literally just like a clout chaser, and they are doing whatever is trendy. They see you make decisions around these people who were just like materialistic as well, people who were just like jealous and envious of your resources, and they're like noticing that you're fully embodied through your resources. Like whatever cute thing you have, it's actually like, your resources work for you. Your resources enhance the quality of your life. Your resources reflect your personal your personal freedoms and your financial capability. They see on your social media what you truly value, and they know that you value fairness. They know that you are attracting and having beautiful relationships with your partners as well. And they see that you're not afraid to go solo, especially if you're dealing with a bunch of people who are conformists, or a bunch of people who are like, they're sitting around, they're wearing a bunch of filters and contacts, and they are like these weirdos on the internet, and they are like Rumpelstiltskin on the internet, and they're looking at you as just like this artist, and that like you're literally so original, that these like the fact that you have been like the depth of your originality, authenticity, and your truth cannot be duplicated. No matter how hard they try, they absolutely will never have the same results as you. A lot of these people, they're seeing that you are the one that is receiving the highest honor. You are the one that is having the biggest impact. And they see that whatever you're doing, especially with Neptune, it's like not cookie cutter like the rest of them. They see that your resources and values are very set apart from everything and everyone else. They cannot compare to you at all. And I feel like it's because of like, especially like a lot of them are noticing that what you've done, like especially with Neptune, they see that it's like some type of illusion around your social media, how you've gotten to this like fairness, how you've gotten to these relationships, how you've gotten to these decisions, how you've gotten this perfect cooperation from your partners. Quite literally involve you taking some major risk and fast tracking your trainings, fast tracking to success. And you're sitting there now and you're like, I led this rebellion. I am the one who created this. I'm unrestricted within my originality, and I am fully embodied now because of all of this injustice that has been surrounding me that I had to rebel against. They feel like you literally stood up for something and you won. they see that you are the one that is victorious over all of them. They all lost to you. No matter how hard they try to survive after this, they still will be left not embodied, and they're not original. And they see that you're just constantly shading their ass at this point. And like with Neptune, they're looking at your artwork as so beautiful. Like they're looking at it like it's theater. They're looking at they're watching some type of dramatization on a television show. They're reading what you're writing, your poetry. They think you're very, you write very well, you read very well, you're very, everything about you is just like fully embodied and expressed. And it's because you decided to like do something different, right? I guess. We have the third house. How are people viewing your social media? Power one. We have Jupiter. Yeah, I definitely was getting something around your communication. And what did I say? Kindred spirits and mental connections on the third house. These are people who are definitely connected, with you. They communicate with you energetically and spiritually with Neptune here. They are definitely tapped into your communication, and they're just like, this person was the perfect person to like lead this rebellion. This was like you were like the perfect person to stand out and break these rules, because you have like justified it and rationalized it in like a very intelligent way. And they see you with your verbal and written skills and your analytical abilities, and they see you with your higher learning and exploring a lot of ideas. And they feel like, all of this rule breaking and spirituality and mysticism have helped you hone your abilities, I guess. But also they feel like it's like you have formed your own ideology, and you don't prescribe to convention. You're not cookie cutter whatsoever. You have like, they literally feel that like they are very tapped into your communication, and they definitely have been like seeing you harness your intelligence and share it with other people. Your mind is so beautiful. You have a beautiful mind. You have a beautiful intelligence. You have a beautiful understanding, and you're so like, they're just seeing how like most people are just like through Neptune are like these escapists. These are people who escape their reality. They're not like, they're literally seeing someone be delusional, or they're seeing someone who literally is disconnected from reality. And that these people, they don't have higher learning. They don't explore ideas in an abstract and deep way. And this is so like starkly different than you, and you like stand alone as like this highly intelligent individual. And they see you, form your own ideology, like maybe even through breaking these rules, rebelling against an authority. And like they see you go traveling, and they see you decide what was right and wrong. They see you assess your own ethical and moral values, and accomplish and have success because of your like risk taking. And they love it. They love it. Some of them, they definitely see that you love animals, or you're just, you like animals more than you like people. What? Beauty and brains, especially you showing up, you got blush on, you got your lipstick done, you got your hair all nice, and they're like, dang, you beautiful, but you got this higher learning too. You're not just like this like idiot that's superficial. Like some of them are really like, because some of you guys are disillusioning other people who may have beauty, but they just don't explore ideas like you, or they don't have ethics and morals, and they're just like, okay, we see that you are the one that has all the good stuff going on, right? Okay, an energy vampire on your social media. Ugh, I'm getting somebody here. Somebody's name starts with the letter A. Okay. This person, they're energy vampire because they're not, they don't have a higher learning the way that you do. They're just like, I'm hearing that they're stuck on your philosophy. They're stuck on like your ethics and your morals, and they just cannot stop comparing themselves to like you. If these are other people who have wealth, or they've been lucky on social media in some type of way, you're just like, it's okay. I am not envious of the workers of inequity. Okay, some of these people are very like, they saw you rebel against inequity, perhaps, especially as it pertains to like resources and financial freedoms and things of that nature. And they see that somebody here that may have more financial freedom, you know, than you, they don't have an ideology, they don't have a religion, they don't have higher learning, and they have literally just been lucky to come into like this wealth, and they don't really have like, you know, they really are not like, they don't have beauty and brains. They may just have one, you know, they may just have beauty, right? And this person has literally been watching you with like beauty and brains and ethical and moral values, and like now you're getting the resources, and now you're getting in the interpersonal relationships, and some of you guys are definitely getting recognized and rewarded. And they see that you have like this beautiful flowers around you, beautiful crystals and chakras, and like some of you guys are very spiritual. You have a very honed out value on your social media. Like they really see that you have your values honed out. Some of you, they're seeing you express connection to a religion. They're seeing you, you know, your mind, right? They're seeing your brains. They're not just seeing your beauty. They're seeing your brains as accomplishments, right? They're seeing that you have had a lot of success in your higher learning. And this person that like they may be comparing you to this other person, who is just like materialistic and, you know, was lucky in getting like social media followings, right? And they just see you as the star. Like it's just not good. I'm getting that this actually brought a situation into fairness, because someone who was trying to, like, I'm hearing an evil doer, a worker of inequity, they seen you rebel against this person and win. Okay? And now you're the ones that's making the decision. Now their fate is at your hands. Somebody who was not ethical and moral. And they see, in order for you to get here and to like work against this inequity, for you to accomplish yourself and have success over this inequity, you may have had to take some risks. You may have had to break some rules. And they feel like this was perfect. And that was you getting the shadows. You acknowledging the shadows and like materializing and manifesting your success. Like you're literally... You literally can manifest, is what people are saying. I'm seeing on your social media. And I feel like it's the way you've manifested is by like focusing on your higher learning and getting intellectual and getting a practical sensibility around things, especially with the third house, and forming your own ideology. It's like your mind was so powerful in attracting your abundance, and they're comparing you to these other people who just became abundant by luck. And they were literally like, some of them, they lost their wealth. They previously, you know, were getting a lot of reach. They were getting a lot of success on the social media account, but they're no longer getting that because people are seeing like that, like they're not growing because they don't have higher learning, and that they're not continuously exploring ideas, and that they don't have an ideology, and that they don't bring any new insights, and so they don't keep growing the way that you do. The pretty girl movement is about you always growing and evolving, and they're just realizing that these people who are not growing and evolving, the truth is out about them. Okay, how are people viewing your social media? The Seven of Cups reverse. Yeah, that definitely follows that disillusionment. And then we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, somebody here is very disappointed. And what did I say? What did I say? A delusional high priestess was here. Something where something came into justice and balance around a duplicitous in the environment. Somebody's name that starts with letter P or G or J, or ex-partner or something. I'm getting that you were disappointed when your wishful thinking around these people, you know, subsided. I'm hearing that the truth about them came out, or you were shown, like they showed their true colors, and everybody is like so disappointed, including you, about like this situation. They're just like not interested anymore. Like something, I'm also getting like they could be seeing that you like they could be seeing you express some type of disappointment about a man or a relationship that you've had, and since then you have just been traveling and exploring your ideas and forming your own ideology and releasing some type of illusion that you've had and wishful thinking around somebody who has been duplicitous. Like you have not known that they have really been like what? The Five of Swords, right? They have really been the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the High Priestess in the reverse. What did I say? Like this person, I'm hearing that you had a wishful thinking around this person, but you have through your mysticism, you have discerned them as duplicitous, and you are now making a decision about them, and you're very disappointed that you have to fire them, that they have to be canceled, that you have to take them to the courts. And something about you were like, you had a wishful thinking that maybe this could be a collaboration, but now you're just like, after realizing their duplicity and conflict, they see that you're just like not interested in them anymore. And I'm also getting that somebody here wanted to stop you. These people, you rebelled against them because they wanted to stop you from actualizing into your true self. They wanted to stop your good fortune. Some of them, they were into it with you because of your religion or your spirituality, and they hated that you were smarter than them. And they see you like, you know, you were up against some like workers of inequity perhaps, and through your mysticism you discerned their duplicity, and now you are getting what you want. Like, they feel like, you know, all is fair now. Now that you're getting what you want, I'm hearing you're getting the resources you want, you're getting everything that you want. But that doesn't stop you from being so disappointed in these people, right, who are just vamping on your energy and trying to be duplicitous in the environment and in conflict. They were just like, oh, well, they were like, oh, well, this was all a whole situation for Power One to get what they want. Like, they were like, okay, Power One always is getting what they want, but I feel like you had to take some risk. You had to co-create. You had to manifest it by any means. But I feel like a part of this, you know, aside from the risk taking, it was an internal job, and you know that your inner world reflects your outer world, and they see that you have literally, your beautiful mind got you to where you are today. I love that so much, Power One. Let me know how that resonates down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Power Two. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Peace with Moni Love. You're very stable over here, okay? Something where people think that they can, like, talk about your flaws or make you feel bad about yourself, and you're just sitting here like, I'm cute, and you see all this vibrancy over here by me. I'm blocking out all the negativity. They find you, they were like, okay, that person is very tranquil, always meditating, always praying, always finding their peace, looking for the positive vibes. But there is something where people are noticing on your social media that people have tried to defeat you or throw a coup or take you down in some type of way, and you're like, male or female, there is an inevitable defeat if you fuck with me. Anybody, I'm getting that a lot of people just like, they already know not to try you. So, you know, this can be kind of intimidating, but it's kind of just like, if anybody come to your social media and they have one bit of evil eye, they are like, especially if these are like strangers, especially like if these are like strangers. Have you ever like gone to somebody's social media page and you see them living like your ideal life and you get pissed off? Like, it kind of be like that a little bit, and they'd be like, okay, well, you know, if I come over here trying to steal anything, if I come over here trying to do anything negative, like, we automatically know that Power 2 is going to defeat us. Like, I'm getting at people, nobody is ever going to try you like those people in the past tried you. I'm getting that, you know, before you got to this point where you were just like, I don't know, it's something where you like, you were not always unfuckwittable, but through a lot of like finding your emotional stability, you have grown and become very stable and balanced about like handling whatever life throws at you. And people know that you are like the queen. They know that you're like the king. So it's just like, they're like, okay, we know we're just gonna go ahead and bow down to Power 2 immediately, because Power 2 has the crown on lock. LOL. Okay. So they don't even try you no more. I'm getting that like in the past where you were like, you previously were like vulnerable, or you had some weaknesses that people tried to exploit, you've like since built yourself up so strong, and you're like immovable now. And a lot of people see that you were like resilient at like keeping your peace after like people tried to like throw a coup. LOL. That's funny. Friends. So like Power 2, I feel like, you know, how people are viewing your social media, especially if there was somebody who intentionally wanted to bring about misery to your soul, or they were like, like I said, trying to throw this coup, trying to defeat you or harm you in some type of way, trying to stop you from being like stable. They see, like, I think this is why this is standing out so much. They see that, for one, like, they see that like you have, like, they found you sleeping or resting, and they got pissed off. who are not like, they're anxious, or they may have insomnia, they struggle with sleep, I'm hearing that you're the one that's keeping people up at night. And they see that you, like, every time they come to your social media, you blue, like they're blue in the face. I'm hearing they be pissed off that they cannot upset your like stability in some type of way. LOL. I'm hearing something where you're literally, they come to your social media and they see you sleep. It's like maybe one of your friends like recorded a video, you caught you slumped over, like they caught you slumped over on an airplane, or they saw like they thought that you was gonna be obstructed with your joy and peace, and then they found that you resting and sleeping. I'm literally hollering at this point because like they were so pissed off when they saw you resting and having like a tranquil experience. Oh my god. Okay, let's reset. Because you're just like really blocking out like all this negativity, and they see you handling all of your challenges, all of your everyday experiences with a lot of ease. It's like they're like, we really was not expecting you to be so graceful at flowing through, I'm hearing everything just aligns for you in just like this very beautiful way. And I feel like it's because you're so like resistant to negativity, and you go with the flow about things, and you're so peaceful and tranquil. It's like whatever, it's whatever to you, right? I'm also seeing that like they're watching your social media, and they're seeing you like a Renaissance person. Like you have like a lot of different talents, skills, and gifts, and you manage all of your talent, skills, and gifts with a lot of ease. Some of you, they see you as like a solo artist, or they see you as like a solopreneur. You're doing it all by yourself, and you don't even like something about you. You don't even need a team. I'm hearing something about you is all digital, all e-commerce, and they just feel like everything is just easy to you. And this is just like, some of you guys, you're quite literally getting paid, making money for being yourself, for doing what you want to do, for living this like vibrant life, and you're literally just sitting back, sleeping, and making money while you sleep, okay? So that's fun, and I love that. Okay, I think that they're really like, it's like people, even if you're like this busy entrepreneur and stuff like that, they see that you have like a very good way of handling your stress, maybe through your meditation and prayer, and that you're always spreading love and positivity. You're all about unity and bringing people together. And like I'm also getting a lot around like women's empowerment, and just like something about you enhancing unity, where there could previously be like a lot of dissension and competition, especially if this is like aesthetics or movement or something that involves ego. So that's really beautiful. I definitely feel like people are noticing that, like, since fighting back against your like opponent after putting an inevitable end to like the secret competition that people have been in, they see that you have like, you're very positive, and you do your best to block out the negativity. But if anybody tries you, I'm hearing that it's literally an inevitable end for them. I'm also getting that like there's like your mouthpiece is kind of vicious, but like like previously they seen you as like always being positive and like loving and unifying. But like if someone tries you, pal 2, your throat chakra is so vicious. Because that like something where they're just like, you're just like, please do not try me. Okay, please do not try me. I'm very peaceful. I'm very positive. There's nothing that you can like. You trying me is literally something like absurd. Like you're just like, okay, if you do something absurd, I'm gonna do something absurd too. We have find an oracle. So maybe people are quite literally seeing you as an oracle. They seeing you provide psychic services, and they feel like a part of this is like, I was literally just getting a download about this the other day. They're like, especially if you guys have been dealing with people, romantic partners who have like ghosted you, or people who did something to like intentionally obstruct your peace. They feel like there was nothing that they can do to like stop you from having closure. I'm hearing mugs really try to leave a cliffhanger, or people try to do things and keep a destructive secret to prevent you from having closure or to obscure their pain and shame. They feel like you, like if you're a psychic, some of them, they see you like as a psychic, tarot reader, oracle, and or you may have gotten a psychic service and you're like praising this psychic service, or you're like showing everybody your results about like what you like, the truth that you got, and like giving a review or something like that, lol. And they feel like after finding out the truth about something, like this opened your perspective about things so much more, and like gave you peace about, like, they literally are seeing a third eye chakra activation, unblocking, where you got the truth about something where someone else tried to, like, you got the communication about something when there previously was like an obscurity around it. Like you gained some discernment around something and you're just like looking at them like well, you were wild for that, and like you tried to hide it. Like, yeah, with the 5th house, this definitely gives me like third eye energy in like romantic relations, okay? On your social media, they like something where people are like quite literally, they see you having fun, being creative, maybe they are seeing your romantic affairs, and they see that like you were like, after getting the truth about something, a third chakra clearing, enhancing your intuition and discernment about something, trusting in the universe, you got the truth, and like you got, your peace was restored. Like I said, like somebody was very pissed when they saw you resting, tranquil, and unobstructed by something that they tried to like, they tried to conceal. Like they tried to do something destructive and like leave a cliffhanger. If like, especially like the people who ghosted you, they just sit and like, and people who stop responding to you, people who can't even communicate with you, these are the people that are especially pissed off because they thought that they were going to leave a cliffhanger, and they thought that you were not going to get the information that you needed to have closure. But like you got the information and communication somehow. Maybe somebody even told you the truth, and you were dramatic. Like I'm hearing you dramatically expose the truth about what was going on. And now you just having fun, making art, and just like sleeping on them. And then like a lot of you are just like watching them, like you watching them fail. You were like, this was an inevitable defeat if you thought that you were going to leave a cliffhanger to my main character story. Like, you know, I mean, something where people literally thought that they were going to leave a cliffhanger. They tried to throw a clue and then tried to make it seem like nothing happened. And you were just sitting there like, wait, what's all these, like all this adversity about? What's all these strange things that are happening to me? And some of y'all literally got psychic services or became a psychic, had a third eye clearing. It was like, I am so happy that like I got the truth about that. And they seen you verbally attack them, something where you dramatically verbally attack them after getting the truth about their cliffhanger, or after they tried to like do something negative. We have the Aquarius, a visionary, okay? So on your social media account, I definitely can like sense that people, like I said, you're like a Renaissance person. They see that you're like good at everything. You have a lot of different talents, skills, and hobbies, especially through the 5th house. And they see that the way that you're pulling all this stuff together is like revolutionizing. You're like a visionary. You're a pioneer. You're doing something and creating something that has never been done before. You're such an innovative person. And they feel like the way that you're putting it together is so inventive and revolutionizing, and it's like on behalf of humanity's sake. Especially if some of you guys are doing something around your psychic services, they see this as very inventive. They see like, if you're just like a tarot reader, right there, you know, a lot of people are like, wait, I never even heard of tarot readings, or I never even like, you know, knew that you can do all of this with a tarot reading, or get this kind of truth with the tarot reading. And they feel like you literally put your trust in like a higher power, and like you bring truths that are just like, that heal humanity, that like people cannot live without this stuff. Because you know how many people get ghosted and how that like leaves them at a point of pain and trauma for the rest of their life because somebody was unable to communicate, or somebody intentionally tried to hurt them. And then they see you become a psychic or get a psychic service, and they feel like you, whatever you're doing to like help humanity heal is just like so beautiful, right? They feel like you're like pouring so much abundance. And even if this isn't like tarot reading, whatever you're doing and inventing that's creating, that is creative and inventive, they feel like you were the visionary. You proclaimed this vision before it was even conceivable to other people. And they knew that all these plans and steps that you've taken actually was, you just like had the trust of a child. You believed in your creation. You had the power and the confidence within yourself to create this. And now they see it blossoming, and that you found your peace from all these other people who tried to defeat you, leave you, didn't support your vision, didn't believe in your vision in the past. and you're just always spreading love and positivity and unity. And all these people who were like negative forces, they just look like they're so bad. Like they look so negative because you're just like this positive person who was like a saint and didn't deserve like this negative mistreatment for all these other people. And a lot of them, they definitely, all these people who were negative to you, they just see you having like better romantic affairs, better friendships. Your art, they like your art is so inspired, and you're having like, they see you having a lot of fun, and they can't stand to see you like being social and having fun, and just like, you know, after maybe like dealing with some like people who you had to defeat in the past, now they see you looking forward towards a positive future and believing in your friendships again, believing that you can have peaceful relationships, attracting peaceful relationships. But this dramatic thing that came out, it was like it required a lot of you believing in yourself. It required a lot of investing, and it involved a lot of risk, especially if you guys are here for power. One, we have pushy, demanding, and overbearing. We have Neptune that also came out in power one, I think. We have LGBTQ, AI, and then we have marriage. And then we have Leo on the bottom of the deck, okay? So some of you guys, they are seeing a marriage, they are seeing a relationship that you were in, or a commitment that you had. And a lot of you guys, if you were married to someone, I definitely feel like you should definitely get a reading on on this person, okay? Because some of you guys, there's a mystery around the marriage, or maybe you guys, you started to reveal the truth about someone's marriage or your marriage, okay? Some of these people, if you're a Leo and you're married, you may need to go ahead. You're promoting like being a wife and being a husband, and you bragging about this. Some of you guys are dealing with a very unhappy marriage, and a lot of people, you're not being open about this. Please stop bragging. Like, some of you guys really need to stop bragging about this marriage, or like promoting this marriage, because a lot of these, I don't know if this is you or someone else, I don't know who this is, but this is just a message that's coming out. Somebody here is in a marriage where someone is very controlling, pushy, demanding, and overbearing. They like to brag about their marriage a lot, or they like to like make it seem like they're very traditional, submissive, and things like that. But there's one thing to be submissive and a beautiful homemaker, and then there's another thing to be still working full-time and having someone who is pushy, demanding, and overbearing in the home. This is like, this marriage is an illusion. Somebody here, I don't know who this is, but whoever has a marriage, this marriage is an illusion. Something where the truth about someone's secret came out, the truth about infidelity came out, the truth about this person. I'm hearing something, you know, someone's name, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a feminine, somebody's name starts with letter K, or they go by Key or Kiki or something like that. Someone here, they're in a relationship that they like to praise and brag about, right? Because they know that this is like, like, this is entertaining, or people are very interested and obsessed with your love life or something like that in your marriage. But there's a lot of illusions around these romantic relationships. These relationships with these individuals are not good relationships, even if they out bragging. I don't know if this is you or them. This is, I don't know, it's about your social media, so take it how it resonates. But there's a marriage here with somebody who is very pushing, demanding, and overbearing. An earth sign, okay? Somebody's name starts with letter Q. The truth came out about a marriage, okay? Or is coming out about a marriage, okay? This is not good. A Leo, or a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo especially. I don't know, you know, maybe somebody needed that message, but let's keep moving on. So I'm definitely sensing that, like, if you're talking about a marriage, maybe some of you guys are coming up, are talking about you're helping people in marriages. Maybe you are a dating coach, a relationship coach. People are seeing you get engaged, get married. Some of them, they see you they see you breaking up marriages, something where they seen you break up a marriage. They're saying, like, some of them, they're saying you're a home wrecker, or there was somebody here who wrecked your home or wrecked your marriage, and they're watching you still have peace. Like, even if this isn't a marriage, there's like a long-term relationship, a romantic relationship, where, your partner became pushy, demanding, and overbearing, and you no longer, you no longer was happy about, like, you no longer found joy and unconditional love and giving to them and creating this home for them, and nurturing them. You stopped feeling, attracted to them. The sexual encounters and the unions where, they felt like, some of these people, like, I don't know, these in these marriages especially, they started demanding intimacy from you. They started demanding you to cook and clean, and they were very pushy, demanding, overbearing. This is not somebody that somebody was like entitled to you, and I feel like they wanted to control you. Somebody is talking about a narcissistic relationship that you were in, and you freed yourself as an empath. Okay, you freed yourself from a marriage, or you found out the truth through an oracle reading, and they feel like you're being very dramatic about it or something like that. I'm getting somebody that may have had a large age difference even, and like they see that you freed yourself from this marriage, okay, because they were so overbearing and then started feeling entitled to you, and it was like very selfish or something like that. Like somebody that you married or you eloped with, they were like, that was not good. I'm hearing something where you, nah, you was like, I'ma pass on that. Okay, I'm gonna pass on that. They thought, they feel like you, after freeing yourself from a narcissistic partner, that you are at peace now. You're happy, and now you're just out helping people empower themselves. You're out helping people free themselves from manipulation, gaslighting, emotional abuse, and helping people become aware of all these pushy, demanding, and overbearing partners. People who just like needed your like incessant admiration and attention from you. They were very overbearing, and it was like, especially as like a traditional submissive partner or feminine, it is just like they were really taking this for granted. They did not deserve this. Like, I'm definitely getting like you were bathing them, you were taking care of them, nurturing them, and then you, like, because they became so pushy, demanding, and overbearing and felt entitled to this care, some of y'all took it away and got divorced. Okay. I'm not mad at you, pal. So this felt overwhelming. You're like, you were just obstructing my peace with all that. Like, I'm hearing something where they even like was expecting all this and started neglecting you. I'm hearing like they may have started neglecting you, friend, and you just like, I'm gonna free myself from this negative relationship. On your social media, I definitely feel like some people may be seeing you in a same gender relationship. They're seeing your sexuality. They're seeing how y'all engage with each other, how y'all communicate with each other. They're noticing the power dynamics in your relationship. Maybe you're expressing beliefs about this. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands reverse. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the Hierophant reverse. Yeah, I'm definitely sensing that some of you guys, you entered a relationship, a commitment. Even if this isn't like full-on marriage, this is definitely like some kind of like relationship where there was a lot of structures and securities with one another, and maybe this was like I feel like somebody here was struggling with the unconventional aspects of your relationship with the Hierophant. Maybe, like I said, there was a large age gap in this relationship. You're dating somebody way older than you, and this person was very misogynistic, patriarchal, and narcissistic. And I'm also getting that some of you guys, or like other unconventional aspects of the relationship, maybe a same gender relationship, but like there was a power struggle, or like issues with, like this brought a lot of attention to like the power dynamics in your relationship. And I'm getting that you had this vision of how the relationship could work out, and you had like, you had a wish and a goal for it, right? You had a dream of the relationship, right? And I feel like initially the relationship was very beautiful. You guys started off on a really good foot, and maybe there was this nurturing, sensitive, and caring relationship. Maybe you guys were making art together. You guys were having like this beautiful romance together. But something where someone started struggling with the unconventional aspects of the relationship, and the power dynamics changed in the relationship. and they seen that you have divorced or you have changed, you went in a different direction, you took time away to practice healing and self-love, you took away this nurturing homemaking, and because someone started to feel entitled to you. I'm hearing that this has been like, this relationship has come to a complete halt. If you were not on already married, some of you guys were engaged, or on, like, you guys were, you know, you announced an engagement and then they seen you call off an engagement or something like that, and they feel like you guys have just been like wishing that things could go back to the way that they were with the Six of Cups before, you know, the challenges of the unconventional aspects of your relationship started coming up, and they became pushy, demanding, and overbearing. Something where the age difference was like, you know, they were, you know, you guys were struggling with the age difference. You were struggling with this person's other family and their other relationships and their children. And some of you guys, they literally seen you break off a marriage, break off an engagement, and move out of the country, move to another state, and the candle just puffed and sparked. Like, they literally seen you, like, because I'm also getting that some of you guys also uncovered a mystery or a destructive secret that this person was keeping, and you like moved in a different direction and freed yourself from this like narcissistic partner. Like, you learned, some of you quite literally learned that they were a narcissist, and you changed a lot. And then, like, you just, like, I'm hearing both of, I don't know if this is you or someone else, but they feel like sometimes you live in the past about it. You wish that things could go back to the way that they were before all these other unconventional aspects and other responsibilities and all these other stuff got in the way of your relationship. I'm also getting third parties came in between y'all relationship, or, you know, this person was struggling with the ego, or struggling with some unhealed masculine energy where they became defensive and attacking, and this manifested as them, you know, demanding things from you, becoming overbearing, becoming a tyrant. I'm hearing some of them even had the caucasity, the audacity, to feel entitled, and you showed them how, you showed them your sovereignty. You showed them just how much, you know, authority you have over your own life, and you resisted bending to their will, especially if they were older than you, or they had like some other privileges and like patriarchal, a misogynistic type of thing going on. You let them, like, I'm hearing that you changed directions, and you took a leap of faith in another direction, and you trusted in the universe. Okay. Some of you guys, the mystery was revealed to you over time, and you were just like, I'm so happy that I trusted myself to walk away from that situation. I trusted my instincts. I trusted my, like, what I was feeling, and that this was not like this person who became pushy, demanding, and overbearing. They just was like not a right fit for me. And like some of you guys, they just seen you move on with your life, and, you know, through maybe a psychic reading, tarot readings, or like just like over time, or somebody told you, you found out the truth. You were like, I'm so happy that I walked away from that situation. But I do feel like you do express nostalgia, and that, like, you know, both of you guys can, you know, wish that you can go back to the way things were before the conflict came in. But I definitely feel like, you know, this situation that was on path to marriage, or this marriage literally did not work out after these secrets and illusions came out. Okay. That's what I'm saying around what's happening on your social media, pal, too. Let me know how that resonates. I'm so happy that you found your peace. I love you so much. Let me know how this resonates down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, pal 3. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Kaylani with Superstition. So some of you guys quite literally could be exploring some taboo topics or something, some superstitions. But this literally, or it's something like where you're disclosing, you're like telling fortunes, or something, you're talking about karmic inheritance. You're talking about someone's fate. And I feel like on this social media, people are seeing, this is actually like instilling a lot of fear. Or you are, you know, I'm hearing something about you're very God-fearing. Okay, you guys have a very, you have spiritual apprehension. These people, I'm hearing there's something that you've done on your social media account. They're seeing something where it literally caused them to have a fear. Someone's name that starts with the letter A, N, or W. I'm hearing something where you predicted something, and it may have came, for one, it may have came true, but something where people have seen your past predictions become true. So they know that whatever you're predicting now, especially if you like spiritualist, psychics, like, esoterics, They know that is correct. So something that you are doing on your social media is actually scaring people. You know, if you're not like actually like, I'm hearing something where you predicted a famine, or you predicted you know, that movie like 2012 or something like that, 2020 or something like that. It's like you predicted something and it became true. It's, I don't want to scare y'all, but it's kind of just like your social media instills fear within people. And maybe you're talking about something, you know, challenging, or you're talking about something scary that happened to you. I'm hearing something about spooky music, or something where somebody literally got scared when they saw something that you posted, a performance, a piece of art, something where you were, you know, you were dressed, you know, you were dressed for something, you were dressed in a certain type of way, you did your makeup scary or something like that. Maybe something happened around Halloween and you scared this person, you scared someone, okay? And they were like, this is not like, you know, something that they thought was superstitious or they thought didn't have truth. You've actually, like, something where they thought that it wasn't real, it was very real, okay? But on a lighter note, you guys, people, you know, on your social media, they're seeing you ascend as a star. But the way you are speaking about these more shadowy things or more scary things, you are talking about your trials and tribulations that you've experienced as an artist. And this is literally scaring people. Because they're getting all of the different layers to your story, this is something that you're speaking about that is understood by a very few. You're bringing light to something that a lot of people don't talk about. You know how that people, I don't know if this is, I'm hearing something about, I don't know, y'all, they feel like it's superstitious, or they feel like, you know, it's like something where they feel like something that you have expressed on your social media, it was something that they feel is like, they may not see it as like science, reason, having no logical basis or scientific basis, you know, for these beliefs. They feel like it is like it could have just been your bad luck. They feel like something about this was like your bad luck rather than like reason or science. They feel like you have like, this is something ancient science, or it is an old practice or idea that you're doing. Some of you guys, they're seeing a black cat, okay? They're seeing, like I said, like, you know, black cats, they can represent like bad luck, and we have momentum. They're seeing like, you're showing people that, like, you're showing people some different layers to your story, and how you have manifested and ascended over that, how you've overcome your bullying, or how you have you know, something where there's like, you are ultimately like, it's not superstitious. I think what it is that you are cautioning individuals around your social media, because a lot of what you're expressing about is your work. You're expressing a lot of things that where you are bringing proof to something they felt once was superstitious. And this may involve you manifesting something. This may involve you something that is not in your present reality, something that involves your mind, something that they may regard as like pseudoscientific, or something that is not yet unfolded, but there's already, like, you guys have already proved something. I'm also getting that you may be talking about like a higher power, belief in things that you can't see, or something that's intangible, okay? We have the 8th house. You're talking about like I don't know what this is. Like maybe you're discussing something where it felt like there was like a mystery, something, you know, mysterious, or something that felt like a life or death issue. Some of them, they feel like this, you know, it's not a bad luck. Something where you were like, this was not bad luck. This was not a karmic inheritance. This is, you're illuminating the truth about something. It's that it wasn't a superstition. That this was, something very real, okay? Something that was very, was a mystery in your life. But when you illuminated the truth, you realize that this has some type of patterning around it. It has some type of method for the madness. There is a method to the madness, you know, related to something that they feel is esoteric, taboo, pseudoscientific, rooted in ancient science, old beliefs and ideas. You know what I mean? But the truth is, you know, the truth being illuminated actually is, they're like, this wasn't superstitious. This wasn't a false pseudo-scientific thing. This was very real. And this is literally like scaring people. How you've overcome something, a mystery. I mean, how after you getting the truth or solving a mystery, something where you literally got the power because of a life or death situation. It was a do or die situation. It was either you fail or you find the personal power to overcome something. They thought that this was some made up story, or they thought that it was just, oh, bad luck. They thought it was just a, you know, once in a, this was something that was something where it may have been a plot, or it was a scheme, or it revealed someone's shadow aspects, and you have been like, you, I'm also getting like, maybe you uncovered some like covert narcissism, some covert racism, where they previously thought this was like a superstition. They thought that this was just a speculation. They thought that this was just your bad luck. But this was not. Ninth house. Yeah, I'm also getting something that involved your faith. Something that involved your religion. It was like a bias that turned to, like, it was like a bias around what you were expressing. But you were letting them know that you see me ascending now, and it was because this was a life or death situation that I had to overcome, and I chose to live. What's happening on your social media, pile 3? Through your higher learning, you uncovered a mystery. I'm hearing you got a lot of personal power from practicing your self-care and your wellness and focusing on your diet. I'm also hearing that you received a lot of charity as well. You received a lot of help because someone did not want you to be a star. Okay? Somewhere where you were at a very, like, there was a huge disadvantage, which previously felt like bad luck. It felt like your life was a failure. It felt like you felt like something was so intangible. I'm getting an image. This is kind of scary, you guys. I'm getting scared. Oh my God. I'm hearing there was a major change in your life. I'm hearing there was like, it felt like you gambled or rolled a dice. This was very mysterious. People, I don't know, people are starting to see that there was many different layers to this. I'm getting something where you were in the back seat of a taxi. These trials that you have had around you ascending as a star, was like life or death. You had to do this self-care. You had to focus on this wellness. You had to focus on having a healthy diet. We have the letter T. I'm getting that someone, you scare people about their relationships or something like that. On your social media, you scare people about people who they think are close to them. You let people, like something where you told a story perhaps about someone who betrayed you, and this scared the fuck out of people, okay? Because you were dealing with a spiteful, vengeful liar. Someone's name is Teresa. I'm getting a Virgo and a Pisces, a sister. Or someone pretending to be a friend. Someone pretending to be close within your inner circle. And then you showed them that someone was, that was like, you're basically on your social media, you're like making people have more apprehension. Something where there was like this huge thing that felt like a big, like it felt like such a bad luck. It felt like such a bad fate. There was a mystery around a friendship or someone that was close to you, when this person was like literally, I'm hearing that they were an adversary, or they have been plotting your downfall. Someone who did something out of spite. Someone who was a liar, vengeful. Someone who hurt you. Someone who impacted your well-being and your health. I'm hearing something where you were under an attack and you didn't like this, like you were like in a life or death situation because of this spiteful, vengeful liar. I'm hearing you're speaking about a trial that is actually scaring people. A Cancer. Someone didn't want you to get rewards and recognition. Someone didn't want you to have power. And you're seeing that people, like something where you're literally, you may have even spoke about like you getting attacked by a group of people. This is actually kind of scary, you guys. They feel like you have like fostered a protective awareness with people. After you've gained the awareness of some spiteful, vengeful liars, people who have been wearing facades, you were not able to see this Virgo in the past. This somebody posing as a best friend, posing as family. They're talking. You're discussing something where you're discussing toxins, people who were toxic to your growth and happiness, people who did not want to see you be successful. I'm also getting that you're talking about like nutrition and, you know, your diet and your health regime, and you guys are maybe you were even talking about a period in your life where you were reclusive and that you were scared because you were dealing with a spiteful, vengeful liar. You know, I definitely feel like you know, people can sense like these, you know, this emotional baggage that you're having. And how you've become like so protective over yourself, you know, after a life or death situation that you encountered in your life, and how you grew within you grew within your faith and started focusing on your self-care, wellness, and nutrition a lot more, and you've just been learning more and more, and you've been contemplating things more, and they feel like you've just, you know, you've been finding new ways to support your life and sustain yourself after a trial that you went through. Okay, trial and tribulation, and now you're ascending, right? And this is literally, you know, people, everyone, it is in their divine birthright, right? To be successful, to get rewarded and recognized, to manifest, to empower themselves to manifest their dreams. And I'm getting that literally people, you know, you have like cautioned a lot of people who have stardom. You are cautioning stars, you are cautioning celebrities, you're cautioning people who manifest. Especially like using caution when using other people's resources and trying to collaborate with others, and how they can become a spiteful, vengeful liar. your trials actually scared people a lot, because they were like, we can't believe that you were in this life or death situation. How 3, how are people viewing your social media? Let's wrap. I'm hearing never forget the signs. 7 of Pentacles. Only a few people will understand what you went through, especially if this was life or death, right? I'm getting that something where you were lacking closure from something that wasn't expanding. Something that you felt invested in, okay? Especially with the Pisces, okay? You was like something that was, you were lacking closure for a while, and then something where you just did not have the truth with this with the 3 of Wands. You didn't get that, you know, you didn't have the personal power to expand. You didn't have the information to expand. You didn't have something that you needed to expand. And I'm getting that you finally gained, you know, through contemplation, higher learning, and getting closer to your faith and religion, perhaps, that you finally discerned a spiteful, vengeful liar. A relationship that was ill-tempered, something where you felt like you were like, people were like, this is a superstition. Oh, something's not right. You like something where you always like, you're like that friend who's like, something about that person I don't like, or something's not right here, or you're like that's not real. And then people later find out, it was like, oh my God, you were so right about that. Like that wasn't a superstition, that wasn't some old belief, that wasn't some ancient science. This is actually the truth, right? I'm hearing that people are literally saying like, this is the truth. Like I'm getting that like people are gaining an inner awareness around something as you sustain yourself and you support your life. People are like, something was not right about this situation. Y'all, I'm hearing that you literally force people to reevaluate what they have been perceiving as real. Especially if there's been a deceptive feminine in the environment that has been pretending to be nurturing, sensitive, and caring. I'm getting an older sister or a friend. Something where you've gained an inner awareness around these people and how they were literally a spiteful, vengeful liar. And I'm getting that this person's name can start with a letter T. I'm getting that you were feeling invested in this relationship with someone, but you were wondering why it wasn't expanding. It was because there's a secret around this relationship with this person. And so you're just like, something isn't right about this. This could be a romantic partner as well. You're like, something isn't right about this situation. Like something feels ill-tempered. I'm hearing that something where you may have even been cautioning people, like, don't trust that person. Don't trust this thing, right? And then later found out the truth, right? You later found out the truth. You later found out, like, I'm hearing that your skills, you flaunted skills, and I'm hearing something where you like you just still existing, you maintaining, you living on. It's like bringing, you're illuminating the truth on your social media. Some people feel like you're lacking closure around these situations because there's still something that you still, like some information that you don't have, perhaps, is what I'm getting. I'm hearing that you were like, you're like literally showing people on your social media that you were immune and resistant to these evil spirits. I feel like these were literally evil spirits that you encountered. People were like, oh, that's just superstition. These are not evil spirits, are not real. And then you're literally sharing the truth, illuminating the truth that there have been a spiteful, vengeful liar, or quite literally a evil spirit. This is not some pseudoscientific. There was literally someone who plotted my downfall, or there was literally something not right about this relationship. Someone who has been wearing a facade, someone who's been doing something to obstruct my rights, someone who's been doing something to harm me. You're literally like, I've been in a life or death situation and I haven't been able to understand why. What's going on? Why am I not expanding? Why am I not growing? It's because there's something, some external factor that is preventing you from being empowered. And although you feel invested, you're not getting the results that you want, or you're literally sharing a trial around your stardom and how you overcame that, like they're seeing the different layers to your story, like a point in your life where you were lacking closure, you're dealing with an emotional baggage and not expanding in your life because there was quite literally a mystery where someone was like, oh, you're just like, oh, the reason you're not expanding is because you're not doing the work, or you literally don't have the power to do it. And then you're like, there has literally been an evil spirit like that has been stopping me from growing. This is the ill-tempered thing that is going on. That's wild, friend. That is so wild. You guys, this is actually scaring people because some people are looking around their life and they just like, why am I not expanding? Why don't I have closure from certain things? And they trying to contemplate and get the awareness around if they have somebody in their environment, an evil spirit, right? But the best, if you are dealing with this and you feel like you have like some past emotional baggage, you know, the best thing that you can do is focus on your self-care, wellness, and nutrition. You will dissolve psychic blocks and get the truth around what is causing the disruption, what is causing the energetic disturbance as to why you are not expanding. You're getting the truth. People are just literally seeing you get the truth around something they once believed was a superstition, something where people didn't believe you. And now they're realizing that what you were saying was true. You are literally establishing faith. I love that. Let me know how that resonates, Pal 3. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to check the description box for everything that's going on in a nonprofit organization. But until next time, I'll see you in the comments. Bye. Hi, Pal 4. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Cardi B with personality. You are clearly gaining a lot of prominence and notoriety, coming into fame, okay? But as with any star, I'm hearing bad press ain't, you know, there's no such thing as bad press. I'm getting this something about you. You're getting a lot of press. You're getting a lot of attention on you. And you have a lot of large entities, groups, organizations, and like high status people, high net worth individuals watching you. So what could possibly, how could they be seeing? They're definitely seeing you, that your personality is very magnetizing and captivating. I'm hearing you are literally a hoot. Okay, you are a hoot. I'm hearing people are literally having so much fun watching you. You're definitely like an entertainment. Okay, so some of you guys, you may be comedians, storytellers, actors and actresses. It's like I don't know something. I don't know, you guys. Have y'all seen this this YouTuber? I don't know her name, but she's always dressed up like she is, like she's like she wouldn't have had like this lifestyle if she were born in like the 18th century or something like that. But like she literally is dressing up and like acting out like scenes from the 18th century, and I think that this is so funny. Like I'm sorry y'all, but this like the way that you was I don't know, that's just an example, but like the way that this like you're performing quite literally and they see you, you're just like you having such a good time. People are seeing you, you know, like, you know, see Cardi B. I never even like thought about this until now, but it's like some aspects of yourself they're seeing, like maybe if they're seeing you with wealth now, maybe you did not have wealth before. Like, you know how Cardi B is like known for having this like peacock tattoo on her thigh, but that was like something that she got when she was broke and she was scripting. And now she holding Louboutins and she's like, aha, look at me, I'm still myself, but I'm rich. Like, and that's just like on period, friend. Like, that's just like, you know, you're getting recognized for your work and getting promoted and just like being yourself, okay? So let's see what's, you know, how are people viewing your social media? They're definitely like magnetized to your personality. Like, you remember those videos? I don't think none of this stuff is around anymore, but like those videos of Cardi B acting like acting a fool, even before she got like, you know, she got her beauty, even before she like perfected herself and made herself, you know, and, you know, in like the best version she could be. Right, where she's all, you know, she acting all brand new now, right? Like Cardi B acting all brand new now, I'm trying to act all classy and stuff. But you know, now, you know, people are just like, okay, we know that like you're being yourself and that nothing, like the money did not change you. The money is not changing you, okay? So I'm definitely sensing that there is some negative aspects. Like I said, there's no such thing as bad press, but there is some negative, you know, aspects around, you know, you coming into this notoriety and fame. I'm definitely getting like people who tried to, you know, throw a coup, or people who tried to like, you're getting notoriety, but it is causing someone else to become disillusioned. So like I'm hearing something where you're literally taking a spot. and people are like a Leo, Aquarius, a Cancer. I'm getting that you're literally taking their spot. And it's like people who they thought had this captivating and magnetizing personality, you are now like, everybody's getting disillusioned by them. And it's like how you're manifesting this is actually like, you're literally manifesting with your personality. You're magnetizing and attracting people with your personality, getting recognized, getting promoted, and you're putting someone else, you know, you're putting them in the second, you know, number 2 spot. They will not be receiving the highest honor. They will not be receiving the highest fame. They will not have the highest amount of money. They will, you know, something where you are literally the most captivating and the most magnetizing. You are loved. You are so loved. Everyone, like, people love you so much. Like, especially if you were like something where you may have been reclusive before, or you feel like people tried to alienate you, or you had trouble making friends in the past. And it's like now people are just seeing you, like, of course, your 10th house career. Now people are just seeing you, you know, come out of your shell, and they love your personality. It's like, what was you scared about? You know, what was you hesitant and reluctant, you know, about to show up? And I'm also getting that, especially if you've been like bullied by these mean girls. I'm hearing somebody here, you're sweeter than them, you're nicer than them, you're more nurturing and caring than they are. And they've seen this person like talk a lot of ish. Like, you might brag on yourself, you might talk your smack, especially if you're in like a hip-hop industry and it's just a culture to be acting like that. It's just a culture to talk, you know, big yourself up and stuff like that. They see that you're actually like really sweet, and that like a lot of people who attacked you, they're the mean girls. They're the like, you know, they are the like the nasty naysayers. They are the people who try to put you down and make you want to like not, you know, didn't want you to be successful. So, you know, they're definitely seeing through the 10th house that you are becoming a person of power and status. But this may cause someone else's career to end, okay? Unfortunately, especially for those who deserve it. I'm hearing all of the people who was materialistic, all of the people who was wearing a filter and contacts and, you know, being a catfish, that their days are done, okay? You cause others to lose. I'm definitely getting that, okay? That's what they're seeing on the social media account. Oh my God, that's so crazy. We have Chiron, inner healing. Like, and I feel like that's so confirming with Cardi B coming out, right? Like, Cardi B actually, like, after, you know, fixing her flaws and like seeing her as like, you know, God sees her, right? It's like after healing some of your deepest insecurities and like healing your body, healing, like, you know, returning to your correct form, you know, growing. I mean, something where you're growing your hair and you're doing like, you're becoming a success, and you're literally like healing your deepest wounds is causing someone else to have a KO. I'm hearing that people who thought that they was like, I don't know, someone who thought they were like, you know, they was the most admirable. You're the one that is the most beautiful. You're the one that has the best body. I'm hearing people are seeing you as the baddest, you the finest, you the first and the finest. And I'm getting that you're getting a lot of praise publicly, and people are definitely just like, I'm hearing that your success and you becoming a person of power and status is making other people not, you know, they're not as admirable, they're not as gifted, they're not as smart, they're not as beautiful. And you are like, especially if they were in a secret competition, I'm hearing it was never no competition. And now that I done healed some of my deepest wounds, right, it's really not no competition now. I don't know what you thought that this was. You can't even compare over here. Don't compete where you don't compare. Some of them, they thought that you were gone. They thought that you would not, that you were a failure, that you would not become a person of power and status. They thought that you would not be successful. And now they see you coming up and getting notoriety and fame, and people loving your personality, where they like try to ostracize you and alienate you and make you feel like you were not accepted in the past. You are so accepted. You are so, all you needed to do was heal yourself. Now they're seeing I mean, they seeing you acting crazy. They seeing your hands moving a lot. You talking with, you know, a lot of hand gestures. They're seeing you like having so much fun. It's like you're literally being yourself, because you're like, instead of worrying about like these deep insecurities, like Cardi B fixing her teeth, right? That probably like in the past, right? That probably made like, you know, inhibited her from fully expressing herself, inhibited her from talking so much and like vocalizing what her thoughts and feelings. Now all we do is see Cardi B, you know, expressing her thoughts and feelings, you know, even like becoming a rapper. Like, we know that Cardi B has wrote some things and she has had a ghostwriter for other things, but like she was always open about that. But like, we love Cardi B because of her personality and how fun she is, right? And they see you, like they see some things never change about you. Like even after going, you know, healing your physical mind, body, and spirit, that like all these deep insecurities and weaknesses that you had, you are literally like that was like you are the wounded healer. You are becoming a person of power and status, and you're literally known for healing some deep insecurities. You're known for like Cardi B, known for healing her teeth, right? Perfecting her smile, right? And like now you can feel comfortable to be yourself after working on those insecurities, after honing your talent, skills, and gifts. They see you as so admirable. They see you as so, your personality being so big, and you don't let no, like you know that album by Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy? Like you big on your privacy too. Like you're like, I'm a success, but it's because I keep things private. I have boundaries and things of that nature. But I don't know. I think some of this, it was like, it was getting sticky out here. I'm getting some of your fame and recognition is triggering it and effing a lot of people up. Your career is literally disillusioning other people. Like you showing up with this new life goal, this Chiron getting healed, and your destiny unfolding. You know where you're going, and you're getting, like, you're literally already on track to success. And you're just like, I can be myself. Like, I love that. Like, they're seeing a lot of your relationships and a lot of your friendships, and you know, people who, you know, work on things. They're seeing some of your partnerships and your alliances. They're seeing your friends. They're seeing you like having courage to dream, like to make your dreams real and to be yourself. Like, it takes courage to be yourself. It takes courage to walk on the hot coals of self-acceptance, especially now. Like, you're like, I healed my Chiron. I'm not this deep insecure person anymore. Like, I am like, I'm great now. I'm getting that this Pisces, ooh, your career and your power and status, they like, okay, this person is not as admirable. They're not as good as we thought that they was. I'm also getting something, you know, the truth about their ill will and their evil spirit came to light. They trying to act like they love God, and they trying to act like they good peoples. They try to act like they only F with the light. You are not a good person, and it's becoming clear. Everybody's like, we know that you're not that good. We know that you're mean, right? Empire Reloaded, right? You have like the process of you becoming unique. Nobody is like you through the first house. Your approach to your life, you're healing your physical body perhaps, and like how you are presenting yourself with all your big personality. It's like you have like started to, like with this Empire Reloaded, you are literally building an empire, becoming a person of power and status. Your career is taken off. You are handling it with such a responsibility. Your approach to life is so responsible. They see that you have found a lot of new ways to express your personality, and people just love you even more now that you're expressing more of your personality. And they're like, oh my God, we love you, we love you, we love you. And they feel like, you know, you took a while to come out of your shell, but they feel like you have been on this voyage of discovering yourself. You've been on this voyage to define yourself. You've been, you know, focused on this process of you becoming unique. And now people are seeing all of these different, on your social media, they're seeing all of these different ways in which you express your personality. And they're noticing distinct qualities about your personalities that nobody can duplicate. Nobody can replicate. Nobody can replicate Cardi B's personality. Like, you might be a rapper too, but you're not a trapper. Okay, LOL. LOL. They're noticing like some very like, nobody is like you. Your career, nobody is like you. What? You won. So you might have like you might have had the notoriety, right? You might have got you had to win something. You had to win a competition. You had to, you know, I'm hearing something where you outsmarted people with your mind. You so smart. I'm hearing you out strategize them. I'm hearing something where you're literally making people very restless. The people who you got the victory over, these people are so effed up, and everybody is seeing this. They're like, dang, okay, we see that Power 4 is the one that actually has the intellect. We see that Power 4 is actually the smart one. We see that Power 4 is actually the responsible one with this great career, and that these other people don't have a career. They're just social media influencers. You don't have no social media business. All you have is, you know, you're chasing clout every day. Some of these people, they're seeing you do something very fast and quick, and you getting the victory. I'm hearing something where you grew very fast on your social media perhaps, and the way that you grew so fast, it just put this other person who was trying to compete with your career in the dust. I'm hearing that you literally, this person they literally saw you become a person of power and status so fast, and you command now. Whoever was thinking that they was in a competition, a Cancer, an Aquarius, a Capricorn, a Taurus, they literally cannot compete with your mind. The way that you have like resolved a lot of your problems and the way that you have strategized, you outsmarted them. They thought that they could keep up. They thought that they was ready for this, but the way that you quickly got the victory and put their lights out. I'm hearing you were psychologically, intellectually, and spiritually more advanced than these people. And now you're like getting praised publicly for your mind. You're getting praised publicly for your personality. You're getting praised publicly because people are seeing you handle this power and status and this success so responsibly. Like you're literally just like a very admirable person, and that's definitely what they're seeing. I mean, like literally your victory caused other people to lose as well. Okay, it was a KO. They never stood a chance. This loser, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Like you literally caused everybody to see this person as a loser. I'm here, and it happened fast. This person thought that this was going to be an ongoing competition. I'm getting something where you may have even taken time away, stopped and watched and waited, strategized and came back and was moving so fast and they couldn't keep up. They thought they could keep up. They thought that they was the one that was advanced. And they were like, you're like, haha, I just became an expert overnight. I was fast-tracked to my success, my career. I actually have a career. All you're doing is chasing likes and comments and trying to... I'm hearing something where people are trying to compete with you for your emojis, and they're trying to compete with you for like an aesthetic, and they just look so stupid because you're like, you don't have a vision. You don't have any like real revenue or foundation. Like the way that you are an empire and the way that you think about your like the way that you think publicly. I don't know, something where you're literally like, I don't know, they having volatile mood swings. Okay, they having volatile mood swings. Some of them, they had to go take a rest after. I'm hearing you're literally ruining people's day. I'm getting that if you post first thing in the morning or something like that, I'm hearing they get up and see your work and they go and lose faith. I'm hearing these people are so lazy. I don't know if this, like, you're provoking them actually triggers them so bad, like their solar plexus, so they don't feel like they're empowered to take actions. And it's like you literally give them the 3 of Swords. I'm hearing something where you literally break their heart when you show up and post. I'm hearing your work breaks their heart. Like something where the process of you becoming unique, you getting notoriety for effing them up. You literally, like, how you define yourself, how you are presenting yourself, your inner healing of your Chiron, your deep insecurities, and you becoming this power and status have literally caused these other people to lose faith. They're literally just losers at this point. I'm hearing that they literally don't have anything going for themselves, and they see that you never, like some of you thought you were so unique and rare and that nobody would accept you. That's not true. Something where you are literally getting praise for being who you are. You are just like, I'm getting that these were a lot of people who wanted you to dim to fit in because they were offended by your distinct qualities of your personality. They were offended by you becoming unique. They were offended by you defining yourself. They were offended by your approach to life. They were offended by your education. They were offended by your physical body and your presence and how you show up. They were offended by your approach to life. And a lot of these people, they wanted to fight you, but the fight is over. Now they just stuck, in bed, not able to do nothing. It was a KO. I'm hearing you knock their ass out. Anybody who wanted to stop you, they so restless. All they do when they see your posts is they like, oh, I'm so lazy now. I'm so tired. I can't do nothing. Oh, my God. Some of these people lazy, don't even want to do the work. Well, everybody's seeing them now. They a Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Losers, conformists. I'm hearing something about you with your personality and your empire and your intellect and your awareness and your healing. You gave them the show that they was looking for. If they was looking for some smoke, they got it. They got it, friend. They couldn't stop you. They was going to succeed at taking your empire down on the 28th of February. That was never going to happen. Now they seeing you be very responsible and protect yourself. Now that you have these awareness of these losers. Some of them, they're saying that they're literally seeing on your social media that these people, were once your partners. These were people you once collaborated with. These could even be romantic partners. Friends that were doing the same things as you. But you making yourself distinct, making yourself unique, and defining yourself away from these conformists, these are the people who wanted you to dim. But instead of doing that, you shined even brighter. And now everybody's getting disillusioned by this loser in the environment. I don't like that. A Pisces, an Aquarius, and a Leo. I'm hearing you command when you speak. You are their authority. You are their leader. Take a seat. Thank you so much, Power 4. Let me know how that resonated. You are the queen. You are the king. You are the person of power and status. You are yourself. You are unique. Nobody is like you. They can't handle you. They triggered. And they every time you sit up and post, they just like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm having a volatile mood swing because of Power 4. Well, better luck next time. It's time to say goodbye to a lot of these people. It's time to say goodbye to this Cancer. It's time to say goodbye to this Gemini. Time to say goodbye to these people that you wanted to partner with, be friends with. Because your career and where you're going and your destiny is nowhere near them. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.